Hello, War Robots fans. This is Bagofsoup. It's January 11th, 2017, and I'm doing a test video uh, trying to record a War Robots match from my iPad over to my iMac laptop using QuickTime. So far working, and hopefully the audio comes up as well. We'll find out. I'm going to try a low silver match today. This is running light robots up to level 4 with up to level 12 weapons, which on my Japard, as you can see, I've got level 11. I've got some other Japards at level 11, but I try not to use too many unless I need to. They're pretty powerful. Also using mediums up to level 4 robots, level 9 weapons. And finally, you can technically use heavy robots if you want to. They're a little slow at this level. Stock level 6 Griffin or Leo or Natasha, for example. With normally level 4 guns will be okay. If you go up to all level 5, you might get pushed up a tier. But maybe the medium or heavy gun is level 5 with the light or medium guns as level 4. So 4.5 will work. So we're going to go ahead and run with this mixed layout here and try a match and see how it goes here. And like I said, hopefully you'll get not only the clarity of the iMac recording, but also audio with it. So first thing is we're going to figure out what map we're starting with. I like to start with my ROG Terrans. I'm also going to check the other side to see for clan tags. I don't want to face a whole clan if I'm running solo. The ROG was nerfed or reduced in speed a couple months ago, which is strange for a gold purchased bot. But it's still really, really good. It's very powerful, and the jump helps make up for the lack of speed. So I would either start with a Japard to grab beacons early on, like the guy next to me, just not with a Gecko on this level. Or the ROG is pretty fast too, and I like the jump on this level to get over obstacles, to get onto the beach, to get beacons, and to dodge aphids and things like that. So we're going to jump towards this Columbus bot. He can't hit me as well in the air, so that was helpful with the ROG. And we've already got 3 beacons, so we'll probably stop there for now. Here's a Hydra bot I need to be aware of. But he's got a neighbor that I don't want to get sniped with over there, that Natasha. Let's see if we can peek around the corner and start working on this Hydra without letting him hit me. And I've got to watch for that Hydra bot. Let's see if I can chip into that while we're waiting for that Fujin. I assume it's this guy right here. Once again, a lot of people wonder if the ROG is worth it compared to Japards. Japards are twice as cheap, and you can put level 12 guns on it very fast. But I really like that ROG with the jumping capability, the extra hit points, and the medium guns. It's also great at corner shooting, as you can see. You can take guys out without them being able to hit you, including other Japard fighters, so it's a great alternative to have if you don't want to run all the same bot. And those level 9 guns on a medium are pretty comparable to level 12 guns on a light. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to stay behind this other blue teammate. The targeting system normally defaults to the closest player, so if I can stay behind someone else, they're going to target them and not me. And that keeps me alive a little longer here. Plus I can use the jump to reload when needed and get into firing range of other players here. So definitely worth the 2,500 gold. It's January 11th. We're playing the 2.4 version of the game. And hopefully in a couple weeks we're going to have the 2.5 version. And they're actually going to buff the ROG with a little bit more speed and hit points also, and that'll be real helpful. It may not be a lot, but it's already great, so any little bit helps. And when you're facing a Thunder, a good rule of thumb is just to get back out of the way, jump back out, and get some distance between you and the Thunder, and that'll definitely decrease the damage that you take. So that's another great benefit to the ROG. We had a little patent pinatas here that made it all the way to our spawn point. Now we really don't need any beacons, so I'm going to go ahead and leave those other beacons up. I like to prolong the match as much as possible so I can get more damage and kills in and that helps you get more resources. The only time I'll cap beacons is if I see one of my teammates near one and cap it with him, so I get the beacon bonus as well for gold at the end of the match. The Japard Mags, of course, is probably the top bot that you can run in low silver, and definitely recommend it. It's only 1,200 gold, and you'll make that gold back pretty quickly by using it. That was a real quick match, so we'll go ahead and try one more here and see how it goes. Let's see. Once again, we've got power plant. Like I said, normally I like to start out in a fast beacon runner and get to beacons, but since we've already done that, I'm going to try something else here. I'm going to start in my boa. The reason I'm going to do that is he's slow to get to beacons, so I may not get the beacon gold like this Japard next to me. But if I can find my way using cover over to the enemy spawn point, it works even better if they start where I just started. Using cover to get there, I can ambush them from behind cover, last a lot longer with this bot, and rack up a lot more damage and kills with it, which is also fun. But you've got to use cover to get there because of your lower speed. So we'll see about grabbing this beacon first, if none of my teammates have, and then we'll try to snake our way over there, avoid sniper fire directly ahead, and use the path on the left to head over there. Okay, let's see. We've got a stalker over here, but we don't know distance yet since he is in stalker mode. The boa is great to corner shoot. I try to use my Terran first at distance, and then get a little closer in and use my thunder when I'm a little closer. So we're taking a few hits already. We need to be careful not to get too hurt before we get into range for hitting their spawn point here. So I'm going to back around this corner and be mindful of my reload time. The closer I get in, obviously, the more damage I'm going to do, but I want to use cover as best as possible. Okay, let's try and get away from that sniper here and get to cover. And I'll shoot off some Terrans at up to 350 range while I'm reloading here. The boa is a great bot because it's got about 40% more health points than a Japard. So if you're going one-on-one up close with a Terran or Orkans on this thing and a Thunder, you're going to outdamage them and still have at least 30,000 hit points left if y'all both took equal damage. So that's real helpful in a fight, but you got to get up close to use that Thunder. Okay, let's see here. Don't think we can quite get that guy, and here comes another guy that just ambushed me right here, and I didn't use my Thunder early enough to really nail him. I've got 300 hit points left, so I'm going to have to really make this last couple shots count. And we'll see who we can chip out. I got a last beacon as well. I'm going to go ahead and try out my Griffin here. Once again, a 6'4 Griffin should be pretty comparable to a 4'9 Padden or Rog, or a 4'12 Japard. And it's got more hit points than either one, so that's real helpful. The Rog has a lot, but this guy's using some corner shooting on me, so I need to kind of get around the corner. You just have to watch the reload times on the Terrans. And of course, you got to get up close, use your jump to get up close to be able to use them under 350 range here. But this is a fun bot to use. I really enjoy it. One of the reasons is at higher levels, there's a lot of shield bots around. And so I don't think the Plasma Griffin is as successful as it used to be. I'd rather run a Galahad or something like that. But at this point, there's not a lot of shield bots around. So you can definitely get more use out of a Griffin here. So let's jump in. Once again, a jump is a real helpful thing in Power Plant. I could jump up on this building right here and do some ambushing as well. Let's clear out my guns and see what this guy wants to do. I can shoot right through his shield, which is another benefit to running plasma guns. You try to stay back at the 350 fringes, if at all possible, with this bot, so you don't take too much rocket damage or thunder damage. So you got to be a little careful because he can definitely lose weapons quick. Let's see if we can finish off this guy and take the last little bit out of this Fujin here. Okay, now let's see if we can jump up on this building and hit some guys on the other side. I'm going to auto lock a target. Trying to ambush him before he sees me. And we're neighbors. That's not good here. That was a jump he made at the last second right when I did. So I'll try and see if I can finish him off with this last gun. Normally, you just have to know when to abandon a bot if it's low on weapons or health. One Terran is still pretty good, kind of the equivalent of corner shooting somebody. Let's jump in and just see if we can use that last little bit of a Terran to do some damage before we're killed here. So we got a few shots in. At this point, I'll go ahead and get into a fast bot. We know we're losing the chance to fight since we're ahead on beacons. So let's go ahead and see how much damage we can get in. That's why I'd run in with a Gepard or a Rog. And that's why I try not to get too many beacons too early in a match. Would like to prolong it as long as possible. And I'll let them recap as many beacons as they want. Our teammates are trying to finish them off a little too early here. Love the jump on the Rog for ambushing. But you got to watch out for running into a Leo, so let's use the escape plan here. And if I was a Gepard right now, I'd only have about 18,000 health, but in a Rog I've got about 47,000 health, so that's real helpful. Alright, let's take a look at the scores and see how we did. Okay, we got the beacon gold. We tied with another guy, caged, but they seem to give it away randomly. We haven't kind of figured out who gets that beacon gold in the event of a tie, and of course I got top damage there. So I always like to look at the guy that finished right behind me or above me, check out their hanger, make sure that I'm playing in the right area. Normally a 6-4 Griffin would be the max for a low silver, but if a player has a lower winning percentage, they can get in, or the matchmaking can be filling in a spot like that Gareth. Even a 4-5 Gareth probably shouldn't normally get in. He's a level 30 player. Maybe his damage is a little lower, or his win rate isn't super high, so that can be a factor. But usually my 4-9 bots can handle an 8-5 or 8-6 heavy if I play smart. On the red team, we're going to look at the top player, and you'll find a lot of guys running stock level heavies. These are bigger than stock. Stock would be a level 6 Griffin or Leo or Natasha with level 5 guns, like the Natasha there. But he's got this Leo in there that's almost 8-8. It's because he's not a level 30 player and has a low victories percentage, low win percentage. That could be it. So those kind of guys can get in there, but usually they don't have the experience or skill level. So if you're an experienced player, you can still usually do pretty well. So that was a couple of low silver matches so far, and I like to use a varied hanger with different bots in there. Instead of just using all of Gepards or all Rogs or something like that, even all Golems, whatever. I like to have some variety, and I've got a few other bots I swap into this as well. If you have any comments, please leave them in the video below. If you'd like me to try some other setups at low silver, I can as well, and we'll see if this video comes out right and I can do some more in the future. That's it. I hope you have a great day.